Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. Again, this is going to be a leaked information video on the King in Black final issue. As a fan of Venom and Knull and King in Black and the whole series, if you don't want to hear this, I would say leave. Because as a fan, this news to me is kind of disappointing. I want to give you the opportunity to bail out if you want to read this book or whatever. Of course, I'm going to read it when I get it too. But, I got this information. I want to share some basics real quick. Nothing too deep, just kind of basically what happens in the story. Real quick things. So, if you're not interested or you don't want to know what happens, at least from my secret source, this is what happened. To me, it's quite depressing. So I'll give you this second to leave. Okay, guys, so keep in mind this kind of spoiler on the story plot. I don't know if Venom comes before it or after the story, but I know this is the story of King of Black 5, Donny Cates' last issue of King in Black. Now, I was a little concerned about this whole storyline in the beginning. At the beginning, it was great. But then how it started to turn into this like quick ending thing. And basically, from what I've heard, the quick ending thing is it's like the original Justice League movie where Superman just comes in and says, "Hey, look, I'm Superman. You can't do anything to me. Game over. This movie's over. Everything sucks. Period." So this is kind of what happens here. So from what I remember, since it's been so long and they keep pushing these books over and over, I thought that maybe they would do a decent edit or they were rewriting for some reason, but apparently it doesn't look like they did that. From what I'm hearing, after number 4, of course, the whatever it is, God of Light or Captain Universe or whatever the hell, gets on Eddie and resurrects him, okay? So, from what I'm hearing, basically it turns him into an invincible whatever. Now, from the old books with the God of Light and Knull, I mean, they were kind of equal, And in this book, it's more like he's Superman and nothing can touch him. So here come a lot of the more of these spoiler things. He kind of dons a like magical axe or something apparently, and like chops off a dragon's head and just basically goes throughout the whole issue destroying everything. Now here's where it really kind of gets to the point of the spoiler type thing. We want to know what happens with Knull. Knull is a huge character. He is one of my favorite new characters. Donny Cates basically created him out of some ideas from some old books and brought him to life. I'm concerned that this book will tank Venom number 3 Knull sales. I'm pretty nervous about it because I've seen this before with Donny Cates. He has a good idea, but he can't finish. And this is my point of view. So here's what happens. Basically, from what I'm hearing, Eddie or Captain Universe or whatever you call him rips the symbiote something off of Knull, basically turning Knull into a human or whatever, the original host, and flies him into the sun and basically disintegrates him into ash. Okay, that pisses me off. That really pisses me off. Now, of course, my source can't sit down and like really read the whole thing because it's very sensitive situation. But he said basically the whole book's like that. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it. There might be more detail to the story. And I am still excited to read it. But to me, just being able to disintegrate Knull or whoever is ridiculous. Okay? It's ridiculous. Especially in the last issue. We'll get back to that in a second. The other part is, Dylan, of course, has the powers too, and starts to like display some sort of Knull power of sorts. And basically, Eddie rips that symbiote portion or whatever out of Dylan and says, "You will never be corrupted by this evil." Something like that. Basically, ending everything, killing off Knull, uh, basically taking everything that was cool about Dylan away. Basically, everything that he created, Donny Cates, he is basically, what I'm hearing, destroyed in this issue. Everything that had something cool about, I mean, of course, I don't have the book in my hands, but I trust the little tidbits that I got. This is what's happening. So don't take all this as 100%. I'm sure there's more to the story, but I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, maybe there's going to be something later in the last Venom issue where we see like a glimpse of the evil still there, or Knull's symbiote still alive, or whatever the hell they did. But you just don't bring some boring ass character. I'm sorry, Captain Universe is boring. And you destroy everything in the snap of a finger. Just like when Knull came in and destroyed Earth, like in the first issue, just like totally conquered Earth. You bring in some rando from another comic to complete storyline and destroy everything. I don't understand it. It's upsetting to me. There's also a portion where the Captain Universe or God of Light or whatever is talking to Eddie, like kind of throughout the story or something, and says to Eddie, "You are now the King in Black." Right? You are now the King in Black. Basically saying you are the #1 symbiote. I'm real disappointed in this news, and I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. Hopefully I'm dead wrong on the story, but who knows? Marvel might have dumped a fake story out there for all the leakers, and we're getting that first, and in a week they'll change it, but I highly doubt it. This seems like a classic dead ending because there's no more ideas left, aka what I see Donny Cates turning into, which is unfortunate. I love him a lot, and he's bringing a lot of hype to this. But I gotta be honest with you, you don't create two of the baddest ass characters in the comic book industry, Nolan, a possibility with Dylan, and then you rip it all away in the last issue, and then bye bye Venom. Time to move on to Spawn or whatever. That's my personal view. It's I hope he doesn't do that with Spawn. And I feel like crossover was a pile of poop. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I had the wrong idea about Cates. And a lot of people, that work with Cates, and believe me, I'm not trying to attack you, bro. But like, I want more. You create such good things and then you just shit on it. And I don't know. Maybe the hype's too real. And there's a point where we all have to say, what? Like, what's going on? So, again, I hope I'm 100% wrong on this, but I wanted to bring you this information, you guys, because I'm sure a lot of you were concerned about how this was going to end. And, yeah, good morning to you. I wanted to get this out there for you. It's not going to change my purchasing on the last King in Black book, and Venom I ordered quite a lot. But, a lot of people are going to defend Cates and what he does, and oh man, he's the best thing ever. Well, I gotta say, what he's doing with this, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'm not saying that Knull can't be beaten. Like, dude, he's a badass, and a lot of people were looking forward to something different, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.